Testing, 1, 2, 3, and we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, man, we basically you're getting two videos in one day if you're watching this at the right time. But yeah, man, today's topic is gonna be about male culture. Now, because of the famous like Jordan Peterson interview with Piers Morgan, this happened like this week or 2 weeks ago, wherever it happened. I really want to discuss male culture and just put it out there, like and the idea of questioning if they are right about toxic masculinity. Is male problems also not talked about enough? Is it all, or is it over exaggerated? It's one of them things I would like to discuss in today's kind of podcast. Is right now is what is male culture? Do we as society devalue males more than ever? I think that's a good question. I think right now more than ever we need to really think about what the role is for males right now, due to the fact that now because of women getting more educated, they're making more money in some cases, due to the fact that is our our workforce is now, to get a better job, is very heavy degree centralized, so and the lower labor skills are getting paid less more than ever. So it's generally a lot of things I want to kind of find out in this journey I have, even with myself, because obviously being a male myself, I generally want to find out what kind of culture is going on with males. I think it's very important that male problems are discussed. That the likes of rise of Andrew Tate and Jordan Peterson, that they are not, they are also, maybe they also, the problems of male problems are very much discussed. So you don't get this over toxic ways of when people come across. I wouldn't say like a Andrew Tate, but more like a Jordan Peterson. Obviously, he has very controversial views, but he's also got a lot of good points that when it comes to males, it comes to specific males, as in I believe in weak males also cause a lot of problems to this world. I don't think if you take such like a Harvey Weinstein, I don't think he's a strong male at all. No, he was a very weak male who couldn't control himself and couldn't control his power that he had over people, and he abused it. We, in every kind of religious textbook, we are taught to thought dictation for a reason. It's a sign of weakness, not a sign of strength. It takes a very strong male to go against the temptation. I think when weak males do become weak and bitter, they become destructive. It's such as like a school shooter. There was a point that I think if you know who Bill Maher is, that he made a point of single loner males, and that's what kind of happened. I think we need strong males right now to be strong, because we don't want them to be destructive that can cause extreme harm. Male bitterness and male sadness could be is not only detrimental to them, but to other people. A lot of these, say like, I have to use these people as school shooters as is because it's very important to diagnose them as they were lonely, bitter males who couldn't find a way forward, or didn't push the way forward into a better lifestyle they should be leaving. So they decided of not only to blame themselves more than anything else, they blamed themselves, so but they also blamed other people. And I do feel like they've afflicted that damage they inflicted. They wanted to take themselves, people with them as well, so they could feel the pain that they were feeling. That's why people do, the old expression, hurt people hurt people. And it's very much true in this case. I think my point was, like, I think I was really inspired to make this video was because Abba and Preach, if you know who those were, you should know who those were if you're even watching my videos. Obviously, I'm just a nobody, but it's very important what the distinction of, they showed a lot of people, like a lot of women who were tweeting out, I could watch Jordan Peterson cry all day for males. And I think the way that comes across is sometimes females don't understand, or some, not obviously females, but obviously some people don't understand this. It's very hard to be a man out here. It's not exactly easy. Nobody gets it easy. That's the whole point of life. If it was anything was easy, there'd be no fulfillment in the world. It's with my struggles, my mental health, my sometimes depression when I got in my early years, my early 20s, was the fact was I couldn't find my way forward. I didn't know what to do with myself. I felt aimless. I felt like nothing. I feel like that's a lot of males do. Like, we feel like nothing. If you don't have an educational academic brain, you feel like nothing. Like, you feel like you can't do anything. And then we just need, sometimes see some people just need advice. It's like, hey, like, if you do this and do that, male need, then they'll gravitate them. Sometimes male need guidance, man. They need somebody just to listen to them, or they can listen to. So you do get the lives of Jordan Peterson, who come forth with a very academic background, and I'm not afraid to say I'm a big fan of him, because he's actually helped me as well, and he's even found out to be helped with, like, even Cristiano Ronaldo likes the dude. Come on, you know what I'm saying? I can like him too, you know what I mean? But yeah, right now, man, I think it's very important that to discuss male problems is very important, just as it is to discuss female problems. I think you can have the two as equals, because it's hard, man, to walk around aimless and stuff like that, to not have the fulfillment of ultimately having a family, or having nothing to protect, or having nothing to provide for, or not having the ability to even provide anymore. You know what I mean? Because the job market and stuff that happened, you take away those low skill paid, high paying, low skill jobs. You take away a lot of people's ability and a lot of depression. Like, look what's happened to the mining cores and stuff like that up north. You will find a lot of people got into alcoholism, and they took a lot of disability and stuff like that, and destroyed that town and made it very dangerous to live there. You can't take away people's lifestyles and just think that they're gonna be okay with it. I think if I get back to my original point, I really want to reflect about this point. I've got up here on my screen of saying the male rate suicide is 14.8 for every 100,000 males. Now, the equivalency to every female rate is 5.6 for every 100,000 females, or it's just 5 actually. So the male rate is actually nearly more than double than the actual female rate. We don't have these people who don't have any idea of what they want to do with their lives. Need some form of guidance and structure. And if that comes in the form of Jordan Peterson, and I'm willing to take it, because their lives do actually matter. You can't throw away male lives because it's unpopular or not right now within the it crowd, because that's unfair. People who get up to work every day, these men who get to work every day, just want to feel valued. They want to feel like they can come home to and just be like appreciated. I think that's what males want right now, especially a lot of males just want to be like somebody loves them or appreciates them. I think that's all they ever want. I think that's what we should really do with men. Listen to everybody. The marginalized males actually need it. I think this is very, like, I don't know how to really explain it in this podcast form, but we need to, like, understand each other, especially to understand each other a bit more, but not, and I've made this point in other videos I've made. It's okay to have a disagreement, you know what I mean? It's okay. Like, it's really okay, but it also doesn't mean the other person's wrong, and doesn't mean also you're wrong as well. Both things can be true at the same time. I've also seen, like, many of my friends be broken by society, by not able to provide for myself, not having confidence. I've seen too many evil things we do to ourselves, that males do to themselves in this world. The pressure is on everybody. Males have it in a different way to females. I think right now, if a female, you understand it because females are now actually getting more educated and stuff like that. I'm not saying it's better for them, but I will say it seems to be becoming. Oh, it's not easier. Let me be just say it's not easier, but hmm. I think it's become equal understanding. Do you know what I mean? I think females got a bit more understanding because they're more emotionally like inclined to talk about their emotions more than men because we're meant to be hardy men. And that's also leads me to one of the other points is actually does male toxicity actually exist? Is it a bad thing we we say to we neglect our emotions? No, it's not. Actually, it is a bad thing. Let me rephrase it. It is a bad thing to neglect our emotions. We need to talk about each other, but we shouldn't talk about our weaknesses. We shouldn't like exude our weaknesses. We shouldn't like act on our weaknesses. We should actually talk about our vulnerabilities, where we feel sad, where we feel insecure, where we feel everything else. I think that's a very important for males. I think if you're a young boy coming up, it's good to feel like you can feel sad sometimes. I had a phone call with a friend recently. He was feeling kind of lonely and stuff like that, and I think it's very important that I say to him, "Listen, it's okay, man. It's okay that you are feeling these negative emotions. If you're listening out there, it's okay that you do feel these negative emotions. I know these emotions will pass, and there will be a good day at the end. If you keep pushing and keep grinding, keep working hard, and get yourself to the gym, work out and stuff like that, and you can make it. I'm trying to make it myself with these kind of videos, but who knows what it takes me. I'm just gonna try. I think what young males need to learn is that trying is probably the only thing you need to do. Just try. Don't worry about the result. Just try. Because once you try, man, it can go anywhere you want to go. It may not be the dream you want, but maybe the life you want. So, but yeah, I may diverge off this point, but it's very important that we do have this conversation. That the male problems are not swept under the rug because these are big males. They've had the rule for years, but only upper class males have had the rule for years. A lot of lower class, working class people have not had that say. Sometimes felt the same oppression that I would say females, but the same oppression that other people have felt. We must understand each other. I think it's very important that we talk about the problems that males have as equal as the females' problems they have in the workplaces and everywhere in life. You can't neglect people's problems, and you can't neglect your own problem. If I'm speaking to somebody, or at least one person, that's going to hear this message, man. If you're feeling down, or depressed, or anything, keep working. You'll get there eventually. Just work hard and do what you want to do, because that's what we need to do as men, as a male myself. I need to push myself to a point where I can feel like I'm going in the right direction. That's all you need. You need to feel like you're going in the right direction. You need to feel like you're trying hard enough. Come on, man. It's been your boy Merlin. And my question I'm going to leave with you guys at the end of this video is, man, do we need to talk about male problems more in society more than ever? It's your boy Merlin, and I will see you on the down low.